Let's talk about the BBC. Apparently, Tim Davie has listened, not least to Talk Radio and Talk TV, because we've been for a long time saying, you know, you've really got to stop prosecuting people who don't want to pay the BBC TV licence fee because it's scandalous, and most of the people that you're going after are vulnerable and probably can't afford it anyway. But apparently, they're looking to raise the licence fee, but they're also looking to kind of maybe stage it and charge different people different amounts for it. So it's still, as far as I'm concerned, ridiculous that they even have it, but at least it's a step in the right direction. It's
interesting, yeah. I mean, how much can you sort of charge a flat fee like that in the age of digital subscriptions?
Yeah.
And I suppose everyone will get different value out of the BBC. I mean, some people watch the whole breadth of programmes, some will maybe only watch a little, some will watch none. So maybe you do need, you know, different options for what you do watch, what you like to watch.
I think that would make more sense. I mean, the defence by the BBC is always, oh, it only costs something like, what is it, you know, less than 50p a day or something ridiculous, which is fine. But, I mean, I don't want to pay 50p a day for anything that I'm not involved in.
No.
You know, you might as well say, you know, you can have, you know, a piece of salmon every day, but as long as you give me £1. I don't want to eat salmon every day, you know?
No, I think the BBC offers a great service. I think it's a great product by and large. And I think Tim Davie and others need to have the courage to say, actually, we can stand alone by effectively privatising and offering our service to the public, and they can pay for what they want to pay for. I think the BBC
but they know, though, that, Leon, that they can't do that because they're so bloated. They're so overburdened with people that they could never ever compete in a sort of commercial market.
Well, I think what I really object to is the kind of humongous salaries that they pay to some of their presenters that the rest of us don't think are talent, particularly.
Right.
I mean, when you've got them paying over £1 million, and I know there's an argument about, oh, but for example, Lineker, oh, but he's not paid out of the licence fee money, it's a slightly different part of the corporation.
Right.
It's absolute nonsense. And secondly, what I really object to, Mike, as someone who does not own a television, has never owned a television, is the fact that every day, and even this morning, for example, I got a threatening letter, and I can brush it off, I rip them up, throw them in the bin. They tell me, we are coming to your property, we have proof that well, they don't phrase it like that, but they say 99% of people who we investigate are found to be breaking the law.
Right.
I don't have a television.
Right.
But if I was an elderly pensioner,
you'd be worried.
And I was living alone and I was really, really worried, and the way that the licensing agency pursue people and bully people, and the letters they feel able to send, we are attending your property, I just think, well, it's absolutely criminal. It shouldn't even be allowed.
No, it really shouldn't. And they should have no ability, as they do, as the only tax
they don't have any access
gives
to
you an
anybody's
immediate
property.
prison term if you don't pay it. No other tax has that, just the TV licence. They should have no ability to threaten people and to send bailiffs around for such a small amount of money either.
Yeah, I really, really object to those tactics, and many companies use them, those sort of bullying tactics to get someone to pay.
Yeah.
And it can have a profound effect on someone, especially, like you were saying, someone who's elderly, vulnerable, on their own, may start feeling, oh, no, I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely right. A couple of points of order I'm going to bring up, because yesterday I raised the point that the Archbishop of Canterbury seems to be a bit allergic to the word Easter, hasn't managed to say it at all. He's managed to say Holy Week a couple of times, but yesterday it was apparently the World International Slavery Day or something like that, so he put out a tweet about that. He still hasn't mentioned Easter. He's put something out about Holy Week today.
So the most important date in the Christian calendar.
The most important date in the Christian calendar, he is yet to mention it, you know.
But he's too busy writing massively long posts on X.
Yes, well, this is what I'm saying. I mean, on top of his X posts is the pinned post all about Gaza, calling for an immediate ceasefire because, of course, you know, that's the most important thing in his world. And he posted an awful lot about, you know, underprivileged people around the world and all of that. And all of that's fine. But you think he'd just give it a mention. Easter.
I mean,
come on.
The reason he's got his platform to talk about these issues is because he is the Archbishop of Canterbury.
Well,
And last time I checked, Canterbury was in the UK, and there's quite a lot of suffering going on in this country.
And you would think
probably even in Canterbury you could find a few down at luck,
people
down
that he
at heel
could maybe
people.
help, rather than sending billions to other countries. For
Yeah.
slavery.
Well, he should be furthering the points of Christianity. You know, I'm not Christian, I'm not religious at all, but I think that if you're the Archbishop of Canterbury, you're here for one reason, are you not? Which is to make sure that Christian values and holidays are being upheld.
Exactly right. The other point of order, Jolyon Maugham, one of my favourite sort of ridiculous figures of modern times, has lost yet another case because he'd appealed to the charity commissioners to look at the Institute for Economic Affairs and their charitable status, to say that, you know, because they're, you know, technically, you know, funded by dark money and all this kind of stuff, that they should have their charitable status revoked And the charity solicitor said, no, you're fine. You just keep going.
It's too much
He's never won a case in his time as a lawyer.
He has to get off Twitter. It's too much Twitter. It's
He's
serious
unbelievable.
online brain.
He really is unbelievable. He once accused me of libeling him, and I said, look, you're a lawyer. You should know the rules of libel. I have not libelled you. Please tell me how you think I've libelled you. And he tried to... I was like, you really need to go back to law school, mate. You know, you've got no idea what